You now rockin' with the best. You know it's way better than the rest. Repeat that and say it with your chest. Broadway, you know I got the crazy flow. And I brought the bars to the Bar Critic Show on non-fiction radio. You gotta love it. How we going straight to the top, nothing above it. I'm a monster, so of course shout out the monster.
Yeah. This go back to what we was talking about earlier that I wanted you to comment on too. Do you like the title Christian battle rapper?
No, but I put it on myself. So I can't complain. I came out the gate early saying it, and once you label yourself something, that's what people will know you for. And with certain labels, you have to own up, you have to be responsible for that. So, you know what I mean? They act like Christians can't do certain stuff, which we can't, but we human, you know what I mean? So we mess up 1,000 times over. But they'll hold you more accountable when they know you're a Christian. You know what I mean? Like if I was a Christian, I ain't tell nobody and I was smoking weed with one of my boys, and they know it's whatever. But once I say I'm a Christian and I smoke weed with somebody, they're like, hey, like, ain't you that Christian rapper? You can't be doing like, you know what I mean? So at the same time, not even to say that I don't allow myself to do that because I don't smoke or drink, but once you put that out there, they're gonna look for that as an angle to use against you and try to attack your character. So, you know, I learned through it, but it happens. It happens.
Right. So would you say it's taking from you or is adding to you, or as a double?
It can be seen as a cripple, or a crutch rather, because you know they're looking at me like, oh, you can't curse, you can't use gun bars, you can't, you know, say a bunch of stuff. But at the same time, to be as creative, to not have to use that. Like, I don't have to curse somebody out. I don't have to use OD gun bars or talk about you know what I mean, to get my point across. It makes them think outside the box. Like, all right, I got to think of a different way to come at them now. And it actually, like, people who watch the battles, they appreciate it more because, like, I got kids watching my battles now. I got kids like at churches, like skipping through T-top rounds just to watch my round. You know what I mean? So. It's crazy. So it allows a different look for the whole battle rap culture. You know what I mean? To just do something different.
I got a question. A lot of people when they battle you and they use your religion as a weapon towards you. Right. Has anybody manipulated the word to make it? Has anybody manipulated the word to make it a weapon for them towards you? Like anybody ever used a verse or something?
Yeah, I mean,
and twisted it.
T-top.
I know. I know. What's his name? I know Prep did.
Oh yeah.
But how do you?
That was funny.
How do you come back after that when they probably don't even know the word, but they know enough. They put enough of it in their verse to try to knock down what you're trying to say. How do you counter that?
Well, first off, for anybody who's not familiar with the word prior to battling me, to sit down and read the word to try to find ammo against me, it's a win-win in my book because they're actually taking the time to read the word of God. You know what I mean? So it's a win-win for me. So regardless, even if you use it for a battle, the fact that you had to remember a Bible verse for your round means that it's still stuck in your mind. You know what I mean? Like, and what T-Top did was, I know, like, he even said in his rounds, he was an avid church goer. You know what I mean? And the reason why T-Top's round works so much was because he was hurt by the church. You know what I mean? So when you think about it, he's like, oh, I think it was Matthew the 30th.
His angle kind of in a sense made Christians look bad, but that's not all Christians. That's just a stereotype.
That's all people.
That's not exactly. So you look at it like that, where he used that angle to make Christians look bad. But if you really look at it, and the way I looked at it was, I didn't even think of it as, yo, he's making us look bad. You can see that he was hurt from the church. He had a bad experience with a church and a pastor, and he took that out on all of us. It's like one girl who gets cheated on by a guy and says, all guys ain't nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, no. You know what I mean? You had a bad experience, and it ruined it. And you can see that in his round. That's what made it more painful and more obvious that the crowd loved it, because they probably had bad experiences with the church too. Pastors stealing money, or you know,
Police touching kids.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's a whole bunch of stuff where it's not all of us, but the people who have done wrong are the people that are magnified more. Like, oh, this is the church. That's what they do. So like with T-Top, he had the perfect angle for that, and it translated so well. And since then, I think people thought that was the blueprint to kind of come at me. Oh, look at the church, but you're not battling the church.
Yeah,
you're battling me. Like, I'm not a preacher, I'm not a pastor, I'm Saga. I come from the church, but I'm not the whole body of Christ. I'm not the whole church, you know what I mean? I'm just a person who loves God and goes to it.
Well, on that note, let me ask you a question. Do you think the angle of good versus bad, you know, good versus evil with you is going to ever play out? Because that's what it seems like is always the angle now, that I'm going to purposely set him up with such a person because it's good versus evil.
I hate it. I mean, like it gets to a point where it's going to get tired. And if it's run down to the ground so much, the crowd's not going to like me. But not even because of my own, because like I can spit with the best of them. If I never told you I was Christian, I just never cursed, y'all would have known me as that kid that didn't curse but could spit flame. If I'm a Christian, they want to say, oh, it's God, it's angels. Oh, we got a bunch of sinners in battle rap, so T-Top, devil versus God. Oh, we know what we're going to do for Rookies versus Vets? We're going to put Shotgun versus Devil versus God.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's like, now that I'm thinking about it, I think that was done purposely.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely was. That's definitely marketing angle, you know what I mean? So like they think that, you know, what's going to sell. So it's all about making the dollars, you know what I mean?
But at the same time, it's like, yo, eventually, like I can't do this good versus evil with everybody. I want people to look past. I feel like with this shotgun battle, the fact that I went 2 rounds without mentioning anything about God for real. You know what I mean? Like, I want to show people that it's not about good versus evil. It's not angels and demons. It's lyricist versus lyricist. You know what I mean? What I do on the mic doesn't dictate who I am. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm a Christian, but don't get me wrong. If I left God out for 3 rounds, I will still have material enough to you know, punch, go crazy schemes and setups. That's, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like I want people to understand that yes, I love God, yes, I'm a Christian, but I want people to look past that and respect me for who I am as a lyricist. Like, well, if you're a Christian plumber, are you running around telling people you're a Christian plumber or you're a plumber? You're like, oh, I'm a plumber. I just love God. Yeah. Exactly. So you don't run around saying, oh,
it's like not like you hiding, but if the subject ever comes up, you'll be like, yeah, this is what I am. You're not trying to convert people, but if people get converted in the process of what you're doing, that's also a plus.
Right. It's like you look at John Jones, like UFC fighter. A lot of people wouldn't know he's Christian. He's Christian. Like Luis Collazo, a boxer, he's Christian. Jeremy Lin, a Christian, but they're known as a basketball player, a boxer, and a UFC fighter.
Tim Tebow,
like
they kind of crucified him because the Tebow in and all of that stuff. I feel like you shouldn't be ashamed of what you are, but at the same time, like you said, when you put information out, people look at you as that instead of what you really are. For example, the Michael Sam thing. Not trying to go off topic, but when he came out and said that he was gay, everybody they forgot how good of a football player he was. They just thought of him as being the first gay athlete, and that's why I think he's not in football no more. Because had you just came out and said I'm a defensive end, that's what I'm gonna play, he would be working right now.
Right. And when you think about certain stuff, like with me, when you think about this whole thing, where you even said a little bit earlier, but I kind of want to correct you on it. You said I didn't come in here to try to save people. Like, it's like I didn't come here to save people. I came because at the end of the day, I can't make you do anything. I can give you water, but it's up to you to drink it. So it's like in my situation with battle rap, I came because I feel like God really called me to the situation to do something. And it's to open people's eyes to like, all right, listen, you don't always got to rap about this, that, and the third. There's actually a way out. Like, okay, I'm rapping about guns here. Or I know people on the block that's still hotheads. But at the same time, what makes me different is the fact that I know God. And if I can give you the same opportunity I had in the church and present it to you in battle rap, and you take that water and you drink it, then it builds your relationship. So I'm not going to give you, drink this, like, oh, this is Jesus. I'm not going to shove it down your throat. I'm going to give you the opportunity, and if you take it, it's yours, but you can't say I didn't do effective ministry with that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here just to be a Christian rapper. I'm not here to just be a Christian battle rapper. Like, I feel like I was called to do this for a reason and for a season. Like, I'm not going to be here forever. at the same time, while I'm here, I need to make sure every move, every bar, every round is effective to the point that when I leave, people can still look back like, all right, you know what, I gained something from that. Like at the rookie versus vet event, some girl walked up to me. She's like, yo, listen, I know you don't know me. I came with T-Top's crew, whatever, but my son is running around 13 years old and he's cursing up a storm trying to get like all these other rappers. I said, you don't have to do that, and showed him my battles. And now he's more curious towards like knowing about God. So stuff like that, where it's like you got kids out here watching battle rap.
Right.
You got kids watching battle rap, and they so used to the guns and the violence. You got one battle rapper who's not cursing, who's throwing God in the mix, and is still doing what he do, and is making kids look like, you know what, I don't gotta do that. You know what, maybe I could be who I am and comfortable who I am and still be dope. And that's what I kind of want to do for the culture.
Facts. All right. On that note, y'all want to just switch up real quick. There, I gotta switch up.
Switch it up. Let's get it.
Give me 2 rappers that should stop battle rapping right now.
Give me 2 battle rappers. Oh my God.
Boom! I gotta turn it all the way around. We'll get into. You know what I mean?
Got you. I
gotta lighten it up a little bit. I want to lighten it up right quick.
2 battle. Oh man, that's terrible. That's terrible. Let's see. 2 battle rappers that stop battle rapping right now.